Any day at Zuccotti Park brings out the tourists, but the weekends are especially crowded. And this afternoon, some of those protesters played up to the cameras, constantly snapping their pictures.
These stylish bars here keep us contained from the general public.
Just up the corner, there were free flu shots for anyone who wanted one. All of them donated from a doctor's group that volunteers at the Occupy Wall Street's medical tent each day. This afternoon, they gave out 150 shots.
And we thought a very good idea would be to give people flu shots because they're all living together in the park, and so they're at higher risk of the flu.
But down the street, not everybody is happy with all the extra people. This is a flyer that's being distributed to local businesses, getting the word out about a counter-protest set for tomorrow. It criticizes Mayor Bloomberg, the drumming in the park, and calls some protesters freeloaders. The flyer also complains about the protests hurting local businesses. That's something the New York Post did a little math about. It claims Occupy Wall Street has cost the businesses nearby about $500,000. Off camera, some of the nearby owners told me the protests were hurting their business, keeping customers away, or damaging their bathrooms. They didn't want to talk on camera for fear of attention it might bring, but this visitor to the park didn't mind.
Well, that's a lot of noise, but what are we trying to prove with all this noise? I mean, there has to be a point sooner or later. You know, they've been here doing this, been all the national news, all the politicians talking about it, and we still don't know what it is they want.
Some won't tell you, but some are happy to share, like these doctors pushing for a single-payer system.
I think there probably is some inconvenience to people in the neighborhood, but I think it's so critical that people in the United States begin to hear what people think and what they need.
So the NYPD tells me that there were some arrests yesterday, one involving a police officer who was punched in the face. They say right around 7:30 last night during a march, two men got into a fight when the cops tried to come in and break it up. They say one of the men stopped fighting, the other continued on, and that's where the officer was punched in the face. The officer is doing okay, but those two men were arrested.